everybody, it's Bart here, Bart's Workshop. This is Taylor and our little chicken friend here who decided to join us today in our video.
He wants to say hi. Hello.
Hello. So today's video, I'm not in the shop because I've already done the project. So this is kind of we're going back in time here. But today's video is I'm making a tool handle for one of my tools that I had broken. And here comes the video. Hope you enjoy it. If you like what you see, please subscribe. And we'll see you next time. So I managed to break the handle on one of my scrapers while working on a project. Handle snapped right at the where the steel goes into it. There was a split down the length of the handle here. So I'm going to take this as a great opportunity to make myself a new handle. I always thought this handle was a little short for a scraper. I'd like it to be a little bit longer, so we're going to make it a little bit longer. The only hard stock I have in my shop right now is Purple Heart, so we're going to make a pretty little Purple Heart handle. Stay tuned and we'll get this thing shaped out, and we'll put my scraper back together so I could finish my other projects I'm working on. All right. Yeah, I'm going to increase the speed on this one a little bit. It's moving a little slow. It's shaping up nicely, and spindle work I can usually do a little quicker on a higher speed without having to worry about everything jumping off on me. Oh yeah, that's a much more comfortable speed. About getting there. Let me sharpen up this blade a little bit. Be right back. Okay, let's move this up. I got the handle all shaped just like I like it. It's got a nice grip on the back. It's got a good diameter. It feels good in my hand. I'm going to put a little tung oil on there, and then we're going to start working this end to fit the actual steel from the tool. So I'm going to just use a little bit of traditional tung oil finish. Put some on a rag and just kind of wipe it in. Get it up in all those grooves and cracks and crevices. This just seals the wood real nicely. Gives it a good look. And this tung oil is nice and thick, so it goes on nice. Okay. Next thing I need to do is figure out the diameter of this little piece of brass I'm going to use to act as a, well, I don't know what it's called, knurling maybe? But every lathe tool has got this brass piece right here, because what happens is there's a lot of tension put on this tool. And without this piece of brass holding it together, this tool would split probably the first time you used it. There is a name for the part. I don't know what it's called. But we're going to use this little brass coupler, and I'll be able to shape it and move it into place and get it to be what we need it to be. The first thing we need to do is measure the diameter. Got my caliper set for the inside diameter, and my goal is to cut the wood slightly larger because I want this to be a very tight fit on there. So that's going to be my setting. We're going to go from there. Bring my tool rest nice and close. Going to start working this end down. Okay, let's see where we're at with our measurement. We definitely have a little ways to go. Okay, we appear to be even all the way across. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Like I said, it's a little snug, but we're going to end up sanding it down. So the next thing we need to do is get a hole in this thing for the size of the steel. Okay, I pressed the brass onto there. I got this clamp down in my bench clamp, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drill a hole. I use this piece of tape to give me a depth guide, and we're just going to go straight down, as straight as we can get, and drill this thing out. Okay. Alrighty. That's looking good. Let's make sure this fits. Excuse me. With enough persuasion, that will fit beautifully. Alright, so now we're going to finish putting the brass on there, and then we're going to knock the steel into it. Maybe put a little epoxy on the end, and it should be good. It is seated beautiful. That's what we're looking for right there. And I'll clean that up later once I get her back on the lathe. Next thing we need to do is seat the steel into the hole. And that is going to be done with a wooden mallet once I get it set in there. Okay. I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. It's seated in there nicely. I'm going to shine this up a little bit, maybe work it in a little. But for the most part, it's on and it's solid. I'm going to clean up this part here with some sandpaper and get some oil on it. But for the most part, we are done with this particular project. I'll show you the completed project here. Alrighty, this is the finished tool. Got the handle. Like I said, that was a piece of purple heart. I had it here in the shop. It was the only hardwood I had. It wouldn't have been my first choice to make it purple, but I think it came out real nice. It looks good. It's got a good, comfortable feel, and I like the length of it better. The old handle was a lot shorter. Well, it was this way. But that extra little bit here on the end really makes a difference when you're leveraging, especially when you're using it as a scraper. I do like a little bit longer handle on my scrapers. For something smaller or like a gouge, that probably would be good because this way you could maneuver it a little easier. But for a scraper, I wanted to have the good back pressure because I'm just basically going straight across. So that's it. That's the completed handle for the scraper. And now I'll be able to finish my other project I was working at. So thanks again for joining me for this project. This one was a relatively quick one. And we'll see you again soon. Thanks. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. And we'll see you again soon. Take care.